Hello guys, Rollabout1 here, coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video, and in today's Yu-Gi-Oh video, we're going to be looking at the new rock-themed deck that is coming out in the deck building set in the OCG not too long from now, and these decks, I believe, are all supposed to be centered around Master Rule 5, Master Rule Revised 2020. Master Rule 5, it's an easier way to say it, but looking at this picture, looking at this artwork, it looks like you've got little people riding big dragons. And if that's the case, maybe it's similar to ritual beasts. Now, I haven't read any of these. I don't know what they do. I saw like the first card. I don't know what its effect is. I just read its name. And honestly, I'm hoping these are good because we need something good in Yu-Gi-Oh! That isn't just the same crap we've been having for years. So let's see what this deck does. Let's hope it's good, and let's see what it can do. So we finally get rock tuners. Oh, so it's a synchro-based deck. So it's not ritual beasts. I'm upset now, but okay. Let's look at the first card. So the archetype name is Adamancia, I'm assuming. So Adamancipator. All right, it's a level 2 tuner effect monster. It's Earth Rock and has 1200 attack and 1000 defense. Okay. I'm going to use first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each. All right. If you control an Adamantine monster, except the Adamantine Seeker, you can press a card from your hand. It's a free summon. That's good. That's always good in a tuner monster. During your main phase, you can excavate the top 5 cards from your deck, and if there is a non-tuner level 4 rock monster among them, you can special summon one of them and also place the other cards on the bottom of your deck. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. Like, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. If there's a rock monster, summon it. That's really nice. I like that. And that's just generic rock support for any rock deck. So, right off the bat, that's really good, and I could see this being used with Block Dragon now. Because I'm pretty sure Block Dragon searches rocks. Before I go any further, I want to confirm that, because if it is, then that's pretty insane. Okay. So you can banish 3 Earth monsters, and you can add the 3... Yeah, it adds Rock-type monsters. So if the whole deck is an Earth archetype, this is already really good. Okay, so it's Earth. Okay. Adamantine Researcher. Okay. Earth Rock, level 2, tuner effect monster. All right. 100 attack, 2100 defense. Okay. I like the artwork on her. If you control a rock monster except Adamantine Researcher, you can special this card from your hand. Okay, so the tuners might all have this effect then? And during your main phase, you can activate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if there is a non-tuner level 4 monster among them, you can special summon one of them, then place them on... Okay! 2 cards that do the exact same thing. That can't be right. Can it? Can it? It only is one in the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each. I'm a bit worried. Okay. Just 2 cards that have the same effect? Okay. Hope maybe the level 4 doesn't have that, because of... I think it would be kind of dumb if they made 3 cards with the same effect in the rock deck, because it's already pretty insane. Alright, so it's a level Earth, so Block Dragon in the deck, why not? Adamantine Analyzer, level 4 Earth tuner effect monster, so it's another tuner. If your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, so this one doesn't have that effect, and during your main phase, you can excavate the top 5 cards from your deck, and if there's a level 4 non-tuner rock monster among them, you can special summon one of them and place the rest on the bottom of your deck. There's no way these have the same effect. If you control a rock monster, if you control an animal... Okay, so all of the tuners have this effect, but they have slightly different summoning conditions. So this one is if you control an Adamantine. This one is if you control a rock monster, and this one is if you control... if your opponent controls a monster. So at least they're not all the same effect. But I find it kind of dumb how you can literally just normal this one, escalate top 5, put a monster on board, special this one, escalate top 5, do that, and then special this one and do the same thing 3 times in a row. That is a bit dumb to me, but that's pretty insane. I'm definitely going to be doing a duels and deck profile on this. Next card though, Adamantite Crystal Leonite. My boy Ritual Beasts. Okay. Earth Rock, level 4 effect monster, 0 attack, 200 defense. I'm going to use first and second effect of this card once per turn. If this card is special summoned by the effect of an Adamantite monster, you can place one Adamantite card from your hand or graveyard on top of your deck. Okay. It's a bit of a recyclability, plus it facilitates all of these guys' effects. I like it. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one fire synchro monster you control or one in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, and if you do, then place this card on the top of your deck. I like it. I think it's good. I actually do think this is pretty good because it just facilitates the effects that these guys want to trigger. And it means if it's dead and your monster is dead, so your Synchro is dead, then you can just remake the Synchro, or better yet, just summon the Synchro again if you want to keep it on the board. So it definitely has that kind of resource, which I like. So we'll keep looking. We'll keep seeing. Okay. Next one, Adamantite Reptite. Okay. Ooh, I like this deck already though. Win level 4. Rock effect monster, 0 attack, 2200 defense. So they all seem to have 200 defense. If this card is special summoned by the effect of an Adamantite card, you can place one rock monster from your hand or deck on top of your deck. So these all hand or graveyard on top of your deck. So these ones seem to have the effect where if they're special summoned by the effects of an Adamantite, you then get to recycle one on top of your deck. So it's kind of like a 50-50 if you want to guarantee it, but you will always be able to have infinite synchro resources. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one win synchro monster you control or in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, and if you do, place this card on top of your deck. Okay, so it looks like the rocks are going to have all the similar effects as well. So this is the Adamantite Dragite. Rock, level 4, 2200 defense. If this card is special summoned by the effect of an Adamantite card, you can draw one card. Okay, so this is the only different one so far. Whereas this is a rock type monster back on top of the deck. You can place one rock monster, and this is one Adamantite monster. So this one is different in it draws one card. Okay. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one water synchro and return this card, return it to the extra deck, and if you do, place it on top of your deck. All right. Okay. So it seems like all the monsters have very similar effects. The main deck monsters. This one summons. This one summons itself by first summons rock. Adamantite summons rock. Summons opponent controls. But everyone has a similar effect to that as well, where this one returns an Adamantite, this one returns a rock, and this one returns a draw, and this one just draws. So I like it. I'm liking the idea of it so far, but let's see what else the deck's got. So Adamantite Rise Leonite. So we've got the Seeker on top of him. Fire Rock, level 6, Synchro effect, 2400 attack, 2200 defense. One tuner, 1 plus non-tuner monsters. You can only use this card's names. You can only use this effects once per turn each. During your main phase, you can activate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if there is an Adamantite card among them, you can add it to your hand. Also, place the cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. I really like how this deck just says you can show, like, literally, you could go through potentially your whole deck in one turn with this. But, like, you know where the cards are because of, like, if you just literally place them where you want them to be. Which I like. I really do like this. And during your opponent's turn, if there's a fire monster in your graveyard, quick effect, you can target one rock monster in your graveyard, special summon it. I don't like that it's during opponent's turn, but I get why it has to be. It's really good, though. I like this a lot. Okay. So we've got Researcher on top of the bird. So Adamatia Archetype. It's a level 6 Wind Rock Synchro effect. 2200 attack, 2800 defense. 1 tuner, 1 plus non-tuner monsters. During your main phase, you can activate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if there's a rock monster among them, you can add it to your hand. So, again, similar effects. This one's Adamantite cards to hand, this one's rock type to hand. Alright. And then you can place the cards in any order. During your opponent's turn, if there's a wind monster in your graveyard, quick effect, you can target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. Now, this one's a good card. This is the good one. This is a good one, because if you make this, it essentially gives you a DD Crow for your opponent's turn, which is very good, and I like that a lot. I like having a DD Crow-esque effect on your opponent's turn. So that's good. And Adamantite Rise Dragite, which is a Wind Rock level 8 Synchro effect, 3,000 attack, 2200 defense, and it takes 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters. During your main phase, you can activate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if there is a rock monster among them, you can return cards your opponent controls to the hand up to the number of cards up to that amount. Also, place the excavated cards on the bottom of your deck. So, it's a potential Brianak? Yeah, Brianak. So it's basically Brianak, where you literally reveal top 5. If you've got like 5 rock monsters there, then return 5 cards your opponent controls to the hand. That's pretty good. I don't think you're ever going to resolve this effect, because in this game, like, if this was a during either player's turn effect, sure, you would resolve it and it would be busted, but I doubt you're ever going to actually have the opportunity to resolve this effect in the game. Like, if it does resolve, it's busted. Because literally you just say, oh, I revealed up to, like, 3 rock-type monsters, and then now you lose 3 cards. Like, that's pretty good. But I doubt you're ever going to get to that point. Like, maybe against Thunder Dragons. Like, this card would be insane against Thunder Dragons, just in general. Because they make multiple Colossus, and you make this. And then if you reveal anywhere 3 and up, then they just lose the Colossus. It's good against that, but I don't think you're going to really resolve that effect any other point in time. But that is an insane effect. That is a really good effect. I'm not going to lie. During your opponent's turn, if there is a war monster in your graveyard, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, quick effect to negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Oh, so it has built-in negation as well. I like that. Again, during opponent's turn, problem with that, if they activate a spell or trap card in your turn, you're now unable to negate it. But I'm fine with that for the pure fact that you're negating something anyway. Like, you can negate an engage, you can negate a potential monster reborn, and you can pretty much negate anything with this effect that's a spell trap card. And that's really good nonetheless. So I like this, and I feel like this Synchro, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would put it as a 7, just because, actually no, I wouldn't put it as 7, I'll put it as an 8. Just because both effects are only during a specific turn. This is only during your turn, so you can't guarantee it. Your opponent could potentially negate this effect and stop you from even getting to here. And this effect is only during your opponent's turn, and you need a water monster, which is understandable, but the realistic look at it is, will you be able to resolve said effects? Will you be able to get to effect? It's an insane card, I admit that, but I don't think it's warranted a 10 out of 10 just because it can only negate a specific time during your opponent's turn, which is good, but if it activates on your turn, then you can't do anything about it. And the first effect is only really necessary, only good, because if you can negate and do that on your turn, fair enough. But because you can't, the risk of you getting negated and it dying is there as well. So just a few thoughts on my opinion, just a few thoughts. But I like the card, I like the deck, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. So let's get into the spell and trap. So first spell and trap card. All rock monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Good. Once per turn, you can take up to 5 Adamantite cards from your deck and place them on top of your deck in any order. Well, I'm just going to guarantee everything in my deck, shall I? That's good. That's good. Like, literally, you open one of the tuners, and then this facilitates the entire deck. That's insane. I like that. Okay. Adamantite Sign. Target one rock monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. Then, if you special summon an Adamantite monster at its effect, you can place one level 4 or lower rock monster from your deck on top of your deck. Damn! busted. Like I like this. Like these two cards are busted. Like this facilitates the synchro to start off with. Like literally, this says like you're gonna get rid of 5 cards. But it also says you're able to resolve your effects guaranteed pretty much all the time. And this is just a free summon and then another free summon due to the Adamantite monster's effects. I like this. Okay. And what is this? Relieve here is written as pun of kills. So I'm assuming it's just called so Adamantite Relieve. Normal trap. Tribute any number of Adamantite monsters, then target that many cards +1 on the field. Destroy them. Okay, so it's got a steeds. I don't like how you have to tribute your Adamantites to use said steeds, but it's pretty good. I'm not going to joke about this. This is actually a dang good card. I clicked on the wrong thing. Damn. Okay. And finally, because this is a Doki Doki, Adamantite Resonance Counter Trap. Okay. If you control an Adamantite Synchro monster, when a monster effect is activated, gain the activation. If you do, destroy it. So, control this. 2 guaranteed negates on your opponent's turn. And I now need to read this because does it say Adamantite card? No, it says level 4 lower rock monster. This adds a level 4. Like, there's no way to search them from the looks of it. No, there is a way to search them. Hey, big boy, such as Adamantite cards. But yeah, honestly, this archetype is really good. It has a lot of synchro facilitation, which I like. I'm not a big fan of synchro. I'm going to be honest there. Synchro has never been my cup of tea. I've always been a fusion, Xyz kind of guy. I like putting stuff together that doesn't really need to guarantee some things, like unless it's heroes, because then I'm just like I'm gonna make the Flame Wingman. Definitely gonna make my Flame Wingman this game. But I've never been liked it because of tuners were a thing, and you needed to play them, and they weren't always that good. But this is really good. Like, I like the way this deck works. I like the way this deck looks. It's a really cool deck. There's a ton of different stuff you can play with the deck. There's Bog Dragon, Doki Doki, as it says at the bottom. Like there are tons of different areas you could potentially go into, and it actually does look like a really fun deck. And you could even put like a Tzolk'in in this deck to like set a back row and then summon a Crystal Wing or something, because literally you could, in this deck, from what I'm seeing, with these 2 being level 6, you could literally make a Coral Dragon, make this, then make a Coral Dragon, and then from there, you could make a Crystal Wing or any Dragon Synchro from your extra deck, and then go from there into any of your other Synchros. If you have cards like this Monster Reborn here, or like this Counter Trap, like there's multiple different routes you could go with this deck. I really do like. So guys, this is a really cool archetype. I really do like how Konami have made this, how this looks, and how it works. But guys, why don't you tell me your thoughts on this deck in the comment section below? Tell me if you like it, if you don't. Personally, I really do like this deck. It's a really cool deck. It has a lot of potential in my personal opinion, especially in Master Rule 5, and it kind of does remind me quite a bit of Ritual Beasts. In the fact that they summon themselves back, they have ways to search, they have ways to consistently do things. So yeah, my thoughts and opinions, guys. Tell me what your thoughts and opinions are on Adamancia in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is a really cool archetype, guys. Really do like it, and really like the boss monsters. Really do, especially this one. Just being able to have a DD Crow effect. It's dumb. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check the description to see Team Facebook page and all of that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Roll Without One, signing out. Later all.